we have no roosters. Don't ask me what happened to the last one, but he's not around anymore, if you know what I mean. Welcome back to the Sawmill, friends. This morning we are cleaning out the chicken house because we got kind of a mess in there. And here's why. We had a chicken go broody a few days ago. And if you're wondering what that means, let's ask Google real fast so I get it right. So according to Google, a broody hen is a chicken motivated by maternal instinct to incubate eggs, hatch them, and raise baby chicks. So a couple of times a year, let me see here, let me back up a little bit more. We got about 20 chickens here, hens. We have no roosters. Don't ask me what happened to the last one, but he's not around anymore, if you know what I mean. But anyways, a couple of times a year, some of the hens will get broody and they'll sit on the nesting boxes in there all day long, and you have to run them off because we don't have any fertilized eggs. You got to have an egg get fertilized by a rooster in order to make chicks. If you just sit on the eggs that ain't fertilized, they'll just sit there forever and nothing will happen. Am I working here? My goodness, this battery's messing up. There we go. Sorry, having some camera difficulties. Only the best here at the Out of the Woods YouTube channel. So anyways, you have to run them off the nest, and sometimes you have to cool them off, put them in front of a fan and stuff like that, and it takes a few days, but usually gets out of their system. So anyways, let me keep on driving here. We had one get broody about 3 weeks ago. We thought to ourselves, or my wife thought to herself rather, this was all her doing, not mine, let me find some fertilized eggs and put them under her and see if they hatch. So we went out and, well, first of all, we got on Facebook Marketplace, which is where everybody goes nowadays to buy stuff. So we got on there. Let me stop again. We got Amazon coming up the driveway. We'll give him some room. So anyways, this is taking forever. I'm just going to shut up and tell you guys the rest of the story. So anyways, got on Facebook Marketplace, found some eggs, brought them back here. I think she had 5 of them. One of them didn't take because you can actually like look at it with a camera, not a camera, with a flashlight and kind of tell what's going on. So we got rid of that one, and we had 4, and we put them under, and she sat there for about 3 weeks. Well, they hatched the other day. One of them didn't make it, but the other 3 did. And while she was in there sitting on them, we had her kind of quarantined off to a part of the chicken house where nobody had messed with her. So therefore it was kind of messy in there. She couldn't do dust baths or nothing like that. So you got mites and all that crap that come into play when they can't do dust baths. So anyways, long story short, they hatched the other day. Here's the footage of them inside the run this morning. We worked yesterday in the chicken run to close off a section of it so she can have her own little room away from everybody else while she raises her chicks. And it looks like everything's going pretty good. There's 3 of them. They're really small. They're actually really, really small. But hopefully everything turns out okay. And more importantly, hopefully we don't have a rooster in the midst of those. I tell you what, I really hope there's not a rooster in there. I don't like a rooster, in case you can't tell. But I'll give you guys updates here over the next few weeks as these chicks start to grow up and see what they turn into. It won't take them long. Chickens grow up extremely fast. So, right now we're taking the last load of the old wood chips from inside the chicken house down here to the burn pile. And if you're wondering why I'm burning these and not putting them in the compost pile, most of you probably already picked up on that. They're kind of nasty. We got a lot of mites in there because the chicken couldn't get outside. And these wood chips right here are not the best in the world. They would probably compost down after a few weeks, but I don't want those things living out there in the compost pile either, those mites and stuff, because the chicken's getting there and turn it up for me, and it will just be an ever-going process of having mites in there. So therefore, we're going to burn them. And I'll tell you what, guys, I did not light this fire today. It was burning about 2 days ago, and it went out. But I guess these wood chips, or shavings, whatever you want to call them, have ignited this fire. That's good. Get rid of all those mites and stuff that's in there. I can't compost these, but I'll tell you guys, I don't want those mites up there in the compost pile jumping back on the chickens. But that's okay, we got plenty of shavings and wood chips around here. This is a sawmill, you know. So that was the last load of those shavings. So in order for me to make sure there's no mites in my bucket, because I don't want to take those back inside of the shop, I don't know what would happen then. They'd probably die in a few days, but I don't want them in there. We'll head down here to the clock house and wash out this bucket real fast. It's only going to take just a minute though. You guys don't go anywhere. Friends, let me tell you about today's video sponsor, Camel City Mill. So unless you're new to this channel, or maybe you've been living under a rock, you probably already heard about Camel City Mill through my videos up until this point, and maybe you're on the fence about buying them and trying them out. Well, I don't know what in the world you're waiting on. Now's probably the best time to get some to put them on your feet. So friends, one of the best things about these sots is they keep your feet from being sweaty at the end of the day. Now friends, these are lightweight sots, but they've also added padding in the heel and the toe to help with absorption when you're standing on your feet all day like I do here at the sawmill. And in the wintertime, if you're wearing steel toe boots, that extra padding in the toes helps keep your feet warmer. And I know you guys are really going to like this. These sots are 100% USA made in North Carolina with American wool in an American factory. And friends, they also give you a 10-year guarantee on these sots. 10 years! So if you get a hole in these sots, you can send them back and get a free pair. Who else does that? So friends, something I've not touched on here, you will have one problem when you buy these sots, and that is you're going to want more of them. So go ahead and get ready, get your sock drawer cleaned out, get rid of all those old brands you used to wear, and start wearing Camel City. Now Camel City will tell you that you can keep your feet dry and comfortable through a 14-hour shift. Well guys, I'm here to report to you, I've wore these sots sometimes for 16 hours and had no trouble keeping my feet dry. And guys, if you want to go ahead and place your order right now, I can save you some money. You can get 10% off with your order by using my code Out of the Woods. There's a link down in the video description. There's also a link in the top comment as well. And in case I haven't mentioned it, I love this New Holland tractor. Not sponsored, paid full price for it. Power Star 75. I tell you what guys, this is a fantastic machine right here. I love it. But having said that, if you don't like New Holland, I don't need to know about it. You know, it's kind of like Ford and Chevy guys. They love to get on there when they see something else and say how they don't like the other thing. It doesn't matter what you like to me, and it doesn't matter what I like to you. I don't know why people think they have to tell people when they don't like something. I don't understand that at all. Every time I show a tractor or something, somebody always comments and says, "That's junk. You know, you should have this or have that." Okay, I'm going to have what I want to have. I'm not going to listen to an anonymous, comment person with a screen name that says Blackjack 55 on my life decisions. I'm just not going to do that. There's actually a guy on Facebook, I can't remember his name, he used to send me a message all the time. "Can't believe you got a New Holland." Well, I do. I hope you believe it, because I do. I don't know why you have to tell me about it all the time. I don't tell them how to live their life and their business. Some people think they need to for some reason. Sawmill friends, we've got a 9-foot white pine, diameter operator side, just over, try that one more time, just over, or just under 19 inches, 18 and about 3/4. Down here we have the butt cut of the tree. I can tell that because you have the hinge right here and the back cut. 2021, so we'll do have a little bit of taper in this log. We'll use the toe boards on the operator side to raise that side up. I am currently sawing an order for barn siding. This is all pine, 4/4 on the thickness, a true 1 inch, not 1/8", 8 inches wide. And I can do some 1x6s if I ran into a smaller cant or something like that. He'll be okay with that, but I'm trying to get 1x8s out of all these logs, which will be no problem with the one we have up on the mill. Got some offcuts right there. Need to take those up to the burn pile while it's still burning. It's actually, if you guys can tell, way up there, it's smoking pretty good. But anyways, this is the first log of the day. Came to us via a tree service, so it probably came from somebody's front or backyard. This did not come from a forest. We don't have a lot of pine around here unless people intentionally set it out. It's been on the ground for a little while. A lot of the bark has fallen off, but still a pretty good log. We're gonna get some good lumber out of this today. And I just realized I left my Milwaukee fan up there at the shop. I knew I was forgetting something. But here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna open this one up, take all of our slabs off the outside that we can throw them on the burn pile while it's still burning. And while I'm up there, I'll get my fan. What I need to do is order one of those oscillating fans that mount on the side of the wall and put it like right there on that post pointing down at me. I need to find one on Amazon and just order it. Probably ain't too expensive.